It's day 68 of the 100-day upload series, and today's video is why I value boring progress over big wins. Well, I do, and that sounds strange. Why would I value the boring progress? You know, I do want to jump to the end. I see progress as a challenge. I do. I see it as I need to get past it and I need to get through it. So I will. It's boring. Progress is boring, 100%. You know, it's the slowness of the day-to-day to get to the success you want. But I'm learning and I'm trying every single day, and I can only do as good as I can. You know, life is difficult, I won't deny that, but I value the boring progress. I value it a lot because, for instance, just having my own flat, if I just jumped from being homeless at 17 to having my own flat, I never would have experienced what I did. I have to have experiences on the way. Even if they're boring and mundane, I learn. I guess that's why I value it, because it's fun. It's not fun, it's boring. It is. You know, jump to the end and it's great, but if you couldn't jump to the end on the next thing you're trying to start, you don't have the experiences from the previous one. So it's good. The process, boring, mundane, however you want to phrase it, it's good. Whatever you're building and whatever you're trying to succeed at, it is what it is. For instance, I've said in many videos, I want to build a house. And I will build a house one day, I will. Now, it's a very slow process to build a house. It'll take years to build a house. But when I build it, I'm going to be hands-on and I'm going to learn a lot about it. And some of it will be fun, some of it will be tedious, some of it will be stressful, but ultimately, it's boring. It is boring to build a house, of course it is. You know, it's cool to design one. And if I could jump to the end and live in the one I'm designing on Sims 4, awesome! That's exactly what I want. But life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't hand the keys and say, let's drive. Life is boring. But it's fine, because I value the boring progress. I value every single day, because every day that I learn something new is knowledge. And I love learning. I don't talk about knowledge a lot. I'm sure I do. But basically, I love, like, my brain's a sponge, right? I will learn anything and everything I can, and I really want to learn welding next. That's been on my list for a long time. I really want to learn welding. But it's boring learning welding, 100%. Of course it's boring, you know, working out how to work everything, and there'll be ups and downs. But when I can do it, that's going to be cool. It's like video editing, for instance. Learning softwares is boring. Editing, it can be therapeutic, but it can also be really tedious and boring. Now, but it's the boring progress which leads to the outcome. After all that boringness and just trying to work everything out, you're left with a final product. And that's the same with building a house, it's the final product. And I can record an amazing video. I can record loads of stuff with lots of different edits and stuff. And if I just jump straight to the end, it's like, oh, there it is, cool. It's fake. It is, because at least I get to coerce the story to the way I want it to be. That's the best way of phrasing it, I think. Coercing it, because that's what you're doing. You are altering it, you are changing it, and you are making sure it phases from one to another to create the story, to create the video. And jumping to the end, it sucks. So, yes, it's boring, but I value the boring. I value the boring progress over the big win. Even when I edit videos, I am learning every single day. And I learn more things, and sometimes I don't know editing techniques or shortcuts, and I learn them, and that's great, and then I'll forget them, and then I'll learn them again, and it's great. And yeah, it's boring. It is. You can look at video editing in anything, building a house, life, job progress. If you want to be the CEO of a company, you're starting at the bottom. Unless you're building it yourself, you're still starting at the bottom, you're doing every position then. But it's fine, because it's slow progress. But if you started at the bottom of a company and ended up as a CEO, then what you've done is you have worked your way through it, you've got the hard work, you've lost 10 years of your life or whatever, sure, but you've learned everything along the way to ensure that you're going to be a good boss, a good CEO of the company. If I'm building a house myself, it's going to be tedious and slow and stuff, but I'm going to know where every single nail and bolt is. I'm going to know where all the cables are, so that is going to help me with the success of my final product. If I create a video and someone doesn't understand it, I can explain why I said certain things or did a certain thing or added some Foley sounds here and there. So I like to be able to explain how and why I created it, and I don't know if a lot of people are like this, but I remember things that go on around me when I make my videos. When I watch some of my old stuff, I'll look at it and be like, I edited that when I was XYZ doing ABC, and I remember the surroundings and everything that was around me when I edited it. And the surroundings, it doesn't matter where it is. It could be boring, it could have been a coffee shop. I remember them because that was influencing my decisions, my boring decisions. Life is boring, sure, but the win's going to be great at the end providing you do it successfully. But you do need the environment around you to ensure that you're going to get the success, and you don't want to be coerced into something else. It's as simple as that. For instance, would I edit a video at an arcade? I don't play arcades a lot, but if I was offered to, yeah, sure, I'd go to the arcade and I'll go play some games. That sounds fun. If I was doing it at a bowling alley, I wouldn't. That's how I see it. It's really hard to explain sometimes, the thought process that goes in my brain, but it all makes sense to me. And whether it makes sense to you is another question. But thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you have enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below what boring process you're in at the moment, and then what's your end goal. Are you making cups of tea to be the video director? What are you doing? I genuinely want to know. If you just started learning how to lay bricks so you can build a city, I want to know, because everything like this matters. Thank you, and like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. Adios, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 PM. Goodbye.